Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild and let me show you this. We moved the world back over to vanilla. It is, or vanilla weapons. Let's say it that way. Otherwise, people might think I'm going away from all the mods. No, I'm not doing that. It's just vanilla weapons now. It's not completely vanilla because I found a mod that ups the aiming range of the weapons. And that's something I really like because I think having artillery cannons that just have an aiming range of 800 meters doesn't help me. I would have to then use them manually, and let's say it that way, I'm in my world alone, and that's something I don't need. The only weapon mod that I'm still using right now is... Let us take a look. Azimuth brings some weapons with it, but the main weapon mod is the Ravenbolt weapons, because the Ravenbolt weapons use the new system, should work absolutely fine again, and now I can use them again completely. I can use them again. Maximum range of something. Again, they are basically vanilla turrets. Otherwise, I didn't include any other weapon mods as far as I know. Again, there's Azimuth brings some vanilla Gatling turrets with it, so that helps. Otherwise, I might have changed the loadout a bit. I have some modular thrusters that I wanted to try. I saw them in a post that another content creator made, and I wanted to see how they look. We will do that at one point. I also added plane parts because I decided that I will bring my strict rule of not having flyers here a bit down, and I will say I can't use flyers to transport me. So I want to test out drones with something else that I'm doing right now, and have some winged drones. I'm also thinking about adding this aerodynamic mod, that not the aerodynamic wings, they are neat, I have them, but I want to have the aerodynamics and drag and deadly re-entry. Thinking about that because I saw a neat script that I kind of want to use. Otherwise, we are deep into vehicles right now. I want to build something that can transport cargo back and forth between the land cruiser or the drill rig and this base here. And I have done more or less prototypes for that, and I wanted to show them to you first. But first we take a look at this. I've built, although the times are not made for making tanks, but I changed my tank a bit and put a turret on top of it, and I wanted to test that now with the vanilla weapons. That should all be nice and possible, but we don't talk about weapons too much today. First, prototypes. I have 4 things here. This thing, this is something I've built to move cargo between the land cruiser and the base before, but I think it is, or it works. It is a bit small, not when it comes to cargo, but when it comes to driving. It uses, I think, modded wheels. I have some modded wheels in that give more ground clearance. They work basically just the normal wheels. You can have bigger wheels with them, but otherwise normal wheels. I also still have this cargo carrier that it was made specifically for the containers. That thing is here for ages now, but I need kind of a mix, and I would like to be able to transport more containers. And the problem with this thing is that because of me wanting to have something nice and SE not being too happy with it, I made it kind of like a trailer truck, and that is awful when it comes to SE, sadly. It works, but it could work out better. By the way, the big truck, I moved it out of the way. It's still in the world because I just can't delete it or make a nice blueprint of it. For some reason, it will not take the trailer with it. So I've moved it away from the base to give me some breathing room here when it comes to the whole simulation speed. So next I've built this. This was another try to do something with the skid steer script, but stay away from moving too many moving parts. The kind of the tank gives me that because the skid steer works a lot better when there's not a lot of moving parts, and you can still use the handbrake and all that stuff to use stuff for the wheel. So you can use space, for example, to then brake and all that stuff. Problem with this, it has a lot of cargo. It has a big platform to use for carrying cargo containers. We had a bit of a talk in the comments about why I don't use fixed cargo containers. The people are definitely right. Fixed cargo containers are the way to go, but I wanted to again use these modular cargo containers that I have, that I want to transport, and give it a bit of realism to be able to just carry away a cargo container. And this would be able to do that, but has the problem that this is too high up. I kind of wanted to go with the aesthetic that I've established with having platforms that basically roam the sands of Mars. The big problem with that is SE is not happy with it. I also tested out more with the hover engines. That's the next thing that kind of left prototype stage already, because it already has paint on it. Another thing that kind of got inspired by Deserts of Carrick. The enemy faction has hovercrafts. We talked about this, and I kind of took one of the designs that's there, and I'm trying to make an interpretation of that. The problem is that it is too smooth again, and I would have to put more time in. I also tried again to bring something onto this thing, but the hover engines don't compensate. There was a lot of talks about this, but I can't find anything to make them compensate for the weight of something that just gets put onto it. It doesn't really matter. I then went and said, okay, then we will use this just as a cargo carrier, and I had high hopes for it because, yeah, with just cargo in it and cargo containers in it, everything is fine and it works. The problem is that it resulted in explosions around the land cruiser, because for some reason hover engines and sticking out connectors are not happy with each other. My whole cargo dock idea, this thing here that I have on the Land Cruiser 2, that just leads to explosions. I don't know why. So this will stay maybe, but I'm not sure what to use it for right now. Maybe I just remove it because the hover engines are not reliable enough for the whole thing, and I'm not sure. The design is, I need wheels. So the next thing was this thing. I've built this is really prototype platform, just on wheels, no skid steering, just steering with normal wheels, enough space to fit 2 or 3 cargo containers, and also cargo containers to be able to connect up to my cargo delivery systems here. Works fine, And that's what I always should do. I should just always go the route of being not too fancy. So we will go into that direction, use something like this to deal with the cargo containers and with driving back and forth cargo. I will do that. I will go and drive to the land cruiser to bring in some magnesium for the base. And again, this is just a box standard cargo carrier. It's nothing more, and it should be able to also haul the containers because it has the space for it. I can just put them on there. It might change a bit of the driving characteristics, but it shouldn't be too bad. So we will go with something like this. I will maybe make it look a bit nicer. So I also changed, I changed over the weapons on the land cruiser. And when we come back to base, I also put in some railguns, because railguns are something that I kind of terribly miss from all the mods, but on the other hand, I have them now in vanilla. We will also, when we come back to Orbit, change the weapons on the small red and green fighter that I have, fighter bomber big thing, and change them over to vanilla railguns, put on some different turrets, all that stuff. I don't know. The only problem that I have right now is that I don't see a lot of assertives right now. I'm not sure if the mod works. We'll have to look that up. Good. There's the land cruiser. It is above another spot that I'm getting stuff from. I might drill into it because it's ice, and I also need some ice that this thing also could bring in. I've drove this thing around a bit of a curve to grab spots for magnesium. Here, by the way, I can remove this thing. See the second connector that's there. That's something I made for the hovercraft, because I needed a hard connection, kind of. Again, I had real trouble with this thing. This thing exploded the whole dock. It lost materials, then all that stuff. It was crazy. Good. Pick up that stuff. So the drill is not active right now, but I will put it into active mode. The ramp is not out because I don't have the tank here. We have some artillery cannons that replace the other artillery cannons that I basically had here, set to high range. Then again, my lasers, I miss them, but I replaced them with some GAT-7 turrets from Ravenbolt, and I also have the normal assault cannons and the ball turret here that we built together. Should work nice, and hopefully I don't run into too many enemies. I patched the holes where I missed out on some of the weapon systems. I had the drone bay here, for example, or the big anti-aircraft cannon that I had on the back here. But again, I'm relatively happy with the effect that I got from it. Again, as always, when I lose mods, the game seems to tick a bit faster. By the way, just to show off the one mod that I added when it comes to weapons, it changes the weapon ranges for the custom turrets, for example, relatively heavily. The custom turrets are now able to aim in a 2-kilometer radius, and it doesn't matter if they are small or if they are large. I've set them to 1200 because the weapon ranges of the Gatling turrets is just not high enough. And it also changes assault cannons. It changes them to 1400 meters, and the weapon range of the artillery, I think, is 2000 meters. It doesn't change anything with the Gatlings, it just gives the higher reaching, slower firing weapons a higher aiming range. So as far as I know, it doesn't change weapon range. It just changes how far the turrets can pick up enemies. Should we take a look? Let us just take a short look. Space engineers. I'm searched for new mods. It is called Vanilla Turrets Targeting Range Increase by Retrograde Orbit. So if you are in the more dangerous, if they have warfare guns, yeah, that's the thing. And again, it doesn't matter for the guns, as far as I know. It just changes the aiming radius. Or oh no, it changes the bullet drop, but I don't care. Gatling autocannons have hard-coded bullet drop. Whatever. I don't know. Neat thing. I have the feeling I feel safer with this, and everything's fine. Good. So otherwise, I am still reworking a few things here. I'm still trying to give it a bit of a nicer interior. That is a slow thing to do. Let us start up the drill, get some... Did I lock the thing down? Let us find out if I locked the whole thing down to the ground. No, we should do that, so... Good, let me move the stuff over back to base. We could... We will test something. Let us disconnect this. And then we bring the... We bring the truck over here. And then we use the cargo drone. We use the cargo drone. Remote access. Control. Okay. Landing. No, landing. Gear? How is it called? Unlock. Oh, come on. 3. It is locked. Build vision changed again. Build vision has got an update, and it changed some of the... It changed some of the things. And now I have to get used to it again. So, okay, let me... I have to scroll now, and if I want to go back, I have to use the right. It's a bit weird. So, there it is. Scroll wheel thing. Used for parking. Switch lock, and then turn that off. Okay, now. It could be because I'm not sure if this thing has an antenna. It would use my antenna range. Remote access. Control the container. It can't get to it. That's so bad. I should have contact to this. I'm not sure what's happening here. Okay, remote access. Control the container. Z. It could work with the crane too, but I'm awfully suspicious that it could end poorly if I do that with the crane. K, remote access, control again. Not too fast, not too fast. I just want to see how bad it is with the container on top. Ooh. This is bad. We will lock that down and then unlock the... Oh no, we unlock the drone and let that fly away. And then we need to remove the seat there. So, and then we remote control the container. 5. Ah, it goes back into the remote. Whew. It is so fast. It's quick. That's the problem. As soon as the container is not attached to it anymore, we have a really snappy little drone. Ooh, that was a harsh drop. Okay. Now let us lock the container down again. This will be for now. I have the button. I could do that with the button too. Now we need to bring up the wheels. So the strength of the wheels need to be 6s also maybe. A bit low. And again, this will only get worse when the container is filled up with something. So question is, this is an empty container, or a largely empty container, I'm pretty sure. Nope, 3. This is a largely empty container, so I'm... No, it's not largely empty. That's a pretty good test. That's a pretty good test, because that thing is full. Let me blueprint this thing. Ah, that's neat. That's a good thing. Let us drive this home and then see. Okay, we could use some more power on the wheels. We go to 80. The strength of the wheels is good now. So we have strength open. We could add another... could even add another container and still could bring up the wheels like crazy. So this thing works as a prototype. So I think I will continue to work with this, but I don't want to drive into crazy craters. That it's not made for off-roading, I say. Okay, let us connect we connect the normal truck part now. And then we find a way to, maybe we build another of these drones and unload the container. That might be a good thing. Go down, go to the front. Not too fast. 3. And now we can use the magnesium. We have to move it. I have to put down some cargo containers. Cargo here. And then some cargo on the other side. Large cargo. No, that's the... these are the large cargo containers you are searching for. We could, by the way, we could unload this cargo container that way too. That would be possible too. No. I want to use a drone, and I want to be able to place it somewhere. I need another thing that I want to definitely deal with as something, a container yard or something like that, so that I can have the containers stuck to something and use them, and really have a reason to ferry around these containers. Okay, first we need... Oh, this is so weird. The front wheels now have amazing characteristics. They behave. They see how they move with the whole thing. The back wheels are just stiff. I need to take a look if there's maybe something like a script that can change the strength of the strength of the wheels to maybe get nicer ride characteristics while riding your rover. That would be cool. Okay, let us place this thing here and hope that it doesn't move too far away from here while I'm doing some blueprinting. I will blueprint the drone and hopefully get the drone to work, and hopefully I have enough parts for that so that we can grab the container, move the container off of the truck and move away again. That is something I need to try. Good, back in a sec. Okay, that thing is blueprinted and nearly done. One change I did is I've put the camera down here. That is something I would need to change on the other thing too, but maybe this is also just a prototype. I'm surprised that it got the weight of this thing off of the Land Cruiser, so that's a good thing. I think we can cut this loose. I hope that all the thrusters are welded up. It has power. I already added some uranium to the thing. I think for the sake of fastness, we will go against the rules again, so that I hopefully can get this thing off. I already unlocked the container and hope that this doesn't lock back up. Thanks. And it is able to lift that. So one thing I could do with these containers is, for example, to quickly unload them. I made this this thing here basically for the hover transporter, because I wanted to test out if maybe then this is a way to unload it, because docking it up is not really a good thing. And fixed docks, I was throwing that around in my head, and maybe I can use this to quickly unload these containers and then bring them back into use. So I'm not sure. Again, I would like to have a container yard. I would like to be able to, quickly unload 2 containers, put the new ones on the truck if they are needed, bring them back to the land cruiser, dock them up there, and then have them. If I change the mechanics for the refinery, so if I change conveyors for everything on the land cruiser, or for, I don't know, for a better build or something like that, then I could go and use these containers as overload or something. So everything the land cruiser picks up that is ores, or that is refined ores, ingots, could be loaded into these containers. And there could be another one that picks, basically, that works like a buffer. So when these containers are full, I can remove them. The buffer stays there. The buffer holds some materials so that I am maybe able to then also produce stuff on the land cruiser and have materials to produce things. That's something I could do. The only thing I would need to do is blacklist gravel, and then I would have to change all the wiring basically in the land cruiser. That is something I could try. I might not be able to do that today. I'm think that needs a bit more thinking, and this works all a lot quicker than I thought. The recording with days in between sometimes is a bit harsh, because I don't know what I've done in the meantime. So sometimes that's a bit problematic. Okay, let us find the connector bottom. The good thing is that this thing would never basically touch the base, basically, or and would never have a direct connection to the base. So connector bottom, it throws out all the things. I can empty this out, have materials on the thing. I could do that with connectors too, but this is just drop it, turn it on, done. I could have a button or a timer for that on the container, update the containers, and just quickly keep them on there, unload them. I wouldn't have to connect them up. I could pick this, then turn it off, pick it up again, put it on the thing, or put it into a yard where these things then just stand around empty. That's something I can do with this. Quick turnaround then, kind of. It would be quicker with a connector and all that stuff, but I don't need to connect anything. It is just drop off, empty out, get away. And if I need to transport anything back to the Land Cruiser, if the Land Cruiser needs anything that I need to bring in, then I can use these containers. I would have to limit the... Ooh. Let us go back to the Land Cruiser, and I will do some... just a few minutes of hopefully quick turnaround. Okay, back in a sec. I turned the cargo container by 90 degrees. That gives me the option to get to the controls, and I made controls for them. So we can just click on the... Oh no. Oh. We can just click on the feet. We can just click on the connector on the bottom, and I think that's exactly what we need. So what I want to do now is basically have an overflow system. So these containers just work like an overflow. Everything gets pushed into them. Everything ingots. Let's keep it to ingots. This is not a mobile construction yard or anything, or not a mobile factory that produces components. This produces ingots. So what we need is an overflow. I want to have it somewhere here. Line up some cargo containers here that we can just store here, and then have maybe a buffer in front of that. So let us bring it one block forward, so somewhere here. I need to open up the top here because I need to hide some things underneath. This is the main room. This is the... What is this? Okay, this is... We can hide it in here. This is one of the wheel wells. So we will place down this. And then we can cut into this. I'm just making a line here through, not really with sense, just so that I can see where is everything. So we shouldn't go until up until here, because there is the front hangar. We need 2 blocks, 1 block space. Each thing gets 1 connector. We need junctions, and then 3 block space in between, so that I have enough space to... okay, this needs to be airtight, so we will put a block. No, it needs 5 blocks in between. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then here needs to be the next connector. So let us put down this. And then we go down the line a bit. I think if we have 3 spaces for containers, that should be good. So I need connectors. I need connectors. Doesn't need to be perfect right now. 1 connector. 2. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here needs to be the next thing. This is the main front room. That doesn't look nice, but we will have it stick out of the wall. Come on. And then a connector on top of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that thing. So now we go and put down, we connect this up. 1, 2, 3. This is just the dock for the containers in the end. So let me cut into this again. Not nice, but needs to be done. No, there's the containers on top of here. That's not a good idea. Let us go through somewhere here. And then we can close this off again. So overflow, this thing can go, by the way. Oh no. Oh, please, please don't. Wow, that was violent. Ugh, I shouldn't just cut into things. That's never a good idea. Okay, that's just a connector sitting in between. That can be closed off again. Okay. So we go from the back because there are the refineries. We go and put in a system of sorters. We will have one that drains into the containers. Draining is maybe not the best idea. Maybe we just... Draining is not the best idea because then we have a roundabout. I want to have a sorter that kind of brings it in, and then I want to have another sorter that kind of makes it possible that we can get it back, so that we can use the materials that are in the containers for something. That's something I need to figure out so that I don't get... Maybe we make a system that just allows the... We make a system that just allows the... Where do I have cargo storage? Cargo storage is somewhere here. So if we make a system that just allows... components and stuff into this cargo system that is sitting here, or here maybe. If we just allow components into that, ores and components, then we can make it so that the refineries can only fill up these containers. Maybe that's an idea, but I will have to set up something so that the assemblers will be the problem in the whole process, because it might be that the... Oh no, I have an idea. I make a conveyor way that leads from these connectors to the assemblers, so that the assemblers can just grab the materials they need and don't get No, they will get overfilled. And I can't lead it back then. That's complicated. That's complicated. I hope you're getting the gist of what I'm planning here. But I think I will not keep you with me any longer because now I'm too deep into rambling. By the way, I need to light up this whole thing here also. That's another thing that needs to be done. And I really need to set this up. Okay, let me do another short break. For you short, and for me it might be a bit longer, and I will see if I can come up with something in the next hour or so. If that's not happening, I need more time. Good, back in a second. Good, I think I have something that works for now. Kind of like a buffer system that lets only ingots through to the containers. So what I can do, and I will show that to you. I will whitelist ingots. So this is basically the buffer. I have some small cargo containers here. They just need to pick up some of the stuff that stays, that doesn't go into the main containers here. So what I will do is, and again, here to me it doesn't matter if the stuff rotates in this thing here. I just don't care. It just rotates in here in this part to the containers that are maybe on deck. And the cool thing is, if anything is full, then it just gets stored back here. So this is basically a valve. It lets everything back through, but it only brings in the ingots into the buffer and then into the containers. I will have to bring that in and bring in a container to see if it fills with stuff. And I have the same thing here. This is the main storage, and these are the main storage containers here. There shouldn't be others. I think we have maybe a few small cargo containers somewhere. If they run full, I can live with that. But I have now a system that is able to bring in and out everything. So this system can bring in everything except ingots, but it can bring everything through. So one thing I will have to do is connect both sides of the system somewhere. But at least in the main storage, I can't store ingots anymore, but they can get out of it. So I will have to make a connection somewhere here. Let us just do that quickly so that I can pick up everything. So now I'm missing a cargo container. But again, there is some cargo containers around. I might have to switch that out. It would be neat if there would be something where I can grab the materials, but not have no storage. I need just an access to the cargo system. I know that there is, but I just need, I just need an access to it, and then everything else is not stored in there. That would be neat. So let us take this. Let us take this. With this, I basically connect the two sides of the cargo system. One entrance here is then, I could just remove one of these entrances here. It doesn't matter right now. So I should be able to drain all all the ingots. That's what's happening. I can do that here too. So, and I think I will do that for a moment, just to grab more of the stuff out of the rest of the system. Now again, it rotates. That's one problem that I have. So if we now bring in a cargo container and place that up on one of the connectors that we have made, we should be able to, for one, I need to paint this, and for one, we should be able to, okay, that can disconnect this, move that off to the side, connect the cargo container, and we hopefully should see that it fills up with ingots. Cargo used. This thing. Yeah, now it rotates. That's not a good thing. I need to turn off the drain all function. Sadly. Off. And main thing here off. So we should have some ingots in here, but now the only available storage for ingots in the system should be the cargo containers. Now the whole thing can grab the ingots too, but this should at the moment be the only really available storage. So can we put that in there? We should be able to pull that through. Cargo, and go here to cargo. These are the... We should be able to put... Haha! We are able to put ingots in here, but we are not able to put anything else in there. So that makes sense, and we should be on the ingots should also be available on the way out. So the assemblers can grab the ingots if needed, but they can't store them anywhere else than in the assemblers and some of the small guy. But it's a system for the future. It's not made for now. It's just a thing that is here for hopefully the future of the systems. That's the connector on top. I could name them. Okay, gravel will be pulled out. Still, I think I don't need cargo component. I don't need reactor components right now, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Ah, okay, that's the refinery. That's the only thing, that the refineries now are still storing stuff in the other small cargo containers around. That's something I really need to prevent. Maybe by locking off the cargo containers from getting anything in, or to lock them off from getting ingots in. Ugh. Where do I have? I have one have one. What I could do, that's also complicated. So if I just remove all the small cargo containers, then everything should be fine. But the big problem is then I have to go through the whole system or through the whole thing to grab the materials that I need. I really don't want to do that. See, and now the problem is that the drills also store stuff in here, and it's just not nice. I need to see if there's a mod that makes a cargo access that doesn't store itself, where you basically can just grab the stuff out, but it doesn't store anything in there. And I need to, if I do that ever again, I need to really pre-plan the conveyor routing. But at least we now have a system that makes it possible to that brings in all the ingots just here. Oh, an observer. Ooh, we maybe are able to see our guns in action. There's the station. Ooh, that will be interesting. Okay, people, now we have a bit of the cargo routing done. I will work a bit more on that. Again, I'm completely running out of time now. So, ooh. Wait. Do we have anything? I need some cannons here. Aha. Okay, yes. Yes. Oh, nice. It's coming down. That is another nice crash. Ooh, the assault cannon. Ooh, the other turret opens up too. Oh, it's good that we could see that. That's neat. But I will go now and not do anything of this anymore. Need to cut this up, bring that to you, and we will we will find hopefully more of a solution. If you have any ideas for that, then let me know, so that we can really make a system where we can bring in materials in a nice way, and also can use the materials here if necessary. So that's the main thing of this. Good people, I say thanks for watching. Hope you liked this episode. If you did, please leave a like on the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. See ya, guys.